So, less than 100 subscribers are still needed to get to the 1000 subscriber mark. What is up, guys? My name is Ray. Welcome to another Honkai style video. So in today's video, I want to do an account showcase again for my free-to-play Trailblazer level 65 account. But before we hop into the topic of today's video, I just want to point you guys again to my YouTube short section, which is the content that I'm currently mainly focusing on. I'll try to upload there every day, so I'll try to put out a video every day on the YouTube short section, so definitely subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the content. Also, I'm planning to do a giveaway as we're hitting the 1000 subscriber mark. I will give away one express supply pass and one nameless honor, which equals the battle pass in this game. Possibly until the release of Kafka, until patch 1.2 in 3 weeks, basically. Hopefully we can reach that goal, and if we do so, I will give away one express supply pass and one nameless honor live on stream on twitch.tv/DrakeGotchaGaming on the release day of Kafka. So probably, if I can see that this goal is very realistic, I will put out a video 1 week ago every day to announce that. So yeah, so you'll have the chance to win one of those if you're in the Honkai Star Rail community. So yeah, definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content, if I didn't mention that already. Okay, now let's get back to business with that out of the way. This will be an account showcase for my Trailblazer level 65 account. I think I did one 3 weeks ago for Trailblazer level 60, so basically it took me 3 weeks to get from level 60 to Trailblazer level 65. Yeah, I think this will be the last account showcase for quite a while now, until Trailblazer level 70, and I think it will take a lot of time until Trailblazer level 70. If there are no significant changes to my account, I think I won't do anything in between 65 and 70, besides if there's something crazy happening to my account. Yeah, how did I reach that goal? So if you're all free to play and you started from day one like I did, I think in about 2 or 3 days you should be Trailblazer level 65 too. If you use your fools like I did, where is the inventory? Yeah, if you use your fools, which is this item, you can refill your stamina for 60 Trailblaze power. I did use a lot of them. I think I had like over 30 of these. Also, we did get like 10, I think 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago. They gave us 10 for 3, and I literally used all of those, which I actually wouldn't recommend you guys to use, but I wanted to progress a little bit, starting from Trailblazer level 60, so it's not the end of the world if you use them later on. So the later you use them, the more value they will have, because you, starting from Trailblazer level 65, now we literally can access any Trailblaze power content on the hardest difficulty. So on Trailblazer level 60, you're only able to do any Cave-in of Corrosion on difficulty 5, but now we can do it on difficulty 6. I didn't feel a lot of changes, so I didn't do a lot of runs on difficulty 6, but from 5 to 6, I didn't feel a big change there. I only dropped 2 relics there so far, but I didn't do a lot of runs, so I don't know how the change actually is. I think I need to do a couple of more runs to talk about this. So yeah, if you use your fools, of course, would I use the fools to push for level 65 this week? Yeah, definitely I would, actually. So if you can get to level 65 before the end of the week, I would use the fools, honestly. So you can get the higher simulated universe rewards starting from the next week, and also you can start to get the higher drops from the Echoes of War. Also, you can start to farm the higher difficulties on every Trailblaze power content starting from this week. Yeah, with that out of the way, let's get to my character. So the only new addition in my character box that we can talk about is basically Luocha. I think I mentioned this in every of my videos. I only level up my characters up to level 75, and then I level them up through my farming route. I did put out a video to the farming route this week, so definitely make sure to check that out if you want to know about the farming route. Yeah, this is my Luocha currently. Pretty much all of my characters don't have any good relics, but we want to go over them real quick. So this is my Luocha. These are his stats. We can take a look here. There's nothing really special. So he only has 51% effect resistance. I want to give him a little bit effect resistance, and I also want to be focused a little bit on energy regeneration rate, which he already has, which I do think is could be quite enough already. He could have more effect resistance for my taste at least. But besides that, I am pretty happy with him. A little bit more of attack is not that necessary. I think he's on a very good threshold for attack, but I would like to have him on better defensive stats. Then I decided to use perfect timing as his light cone. In terms of 4-star light cones, you have different options. You can use this one and this one. So I basically think it's a 50-50 between those two. And if you have the Battle Pass one, it's between this one. But as I'm free to play, I cannot have the Battle Pass weapon. So you only can access those two. This one is only valuable for the energy regeneration rate. The other effect is basically useless. And yeah, that is the main reason why I don't want to use a weapon. Even though the 8% energy regeneration is very, very valuable for this character. So because his ultimate skill is basically one of his most busted skills, you want to have that up every time though. But I don't like to have an ability on my team that is like useless. So I'd rather play this one and stack effect resistance on him, so he also can tank crowd control stuff, which I like a little bit more, which why I decided to use this. Also, this is like kind of a signature weapon for him because he is on the weapon. And so, yeah, in the end, I decided to use this weapon. But in your taste, in your favor, you can use the weapon whichever you want. I think they're both on an equal level. I wouldn't say that this weapon is significantly better. For his traces, I literally maxed all of his traces because I do think that they are worth. Because Luocha is a character that do need, is very stat hungry. He do need offensive stats because he stacks with attack percentage most of the time. I'm very convinced by his key traces, these three. I think they're all really good, so I would max him. And yeah, to get to the attack percentage points, you do need to level up this. But as I said, I'm a very big fan of his defensive stats, so I try to maximize everything. Then the next thing is I also maxed on his basic attack. Since we're now in the end game, I do think that we want to maximize damage, which is the reason why I also decided to max his basic skills. I wouldn't do that for every character though, but I am pretty sure that Luocha is a character that I will use for a very long time now. He will be very, very relevant in my character box for any kind of content. So, which why I decided to max out his basic attack and all his other skills too. Now for relics, currently we're using the Musketeer with a pretty much that piece here, so maybe we just go over them. It's basically only defensive stats, nothing too crazy. I would prefer to use speed shoes here, but I don't have them. But we do get a new set tomorrow, which I don't know how I want to build the set on Luocha, because he cannot make use of the 4-piece set. But yeah, that's another topic though. And then we have basically a dead stat of the 1-wax, but I really like the 5% each energy regeneration rate here, so I just put on an HP set. So I usually would put on attack percentage here, and this one is right. This is energy regeneration rate, so which why I was able to get over 100% energy regeneration rate. Yeah, idle on 0, and then there's nothing else to talk about. Natasha, same thing here. Let's go over her stats here. She doesn't have any effect resistance, so she didn't get that much love like Luocha, because Luocha is obviously the 5-star character, so I put a little bit more effort into him. But she gets her signature weapon still. So this is how the trees look for characters, for usual characters or characters that I'm not very invested in, like average characters in my box that I use on a daily basis, but that I don't think quote-unquote deserve a special treatment. I always only level up the traces until they do need their first boss drop material, because I do think that I want to kind of be a little aware with these, be a little cautious with these. Save them and only use them for characters where I am pretty sure that I want to use them, because it's also expensive. It costs 64,000. And for Natasha, I only leveled up this tree because I think this one was by far the best. You can remove a debuff. I think this is a very valuable key trace. So this was the only one that I leveled up. Besides that, I only leveled up all the other talents. I think it is possible that you could level up her auto attack because it's not that expensive. You only need 2 of these, and it only costs 36,000. But currently, I want to save as much resources as possible. For relics, as you can see, she only uses a 4-star relic, so I don't want to go over the pieces. And I'm only idle on 1 Natasha currently. Then the next is Qingque. I think this character became very relevant in my character box. Since I did not pull for Silverwolf, I did not pull for Sealy. So if you don't have Silverwolf, if you don't have Sealy, which I do think most of the people should have, I think that Qingque is a character, or is basically a must build, because then you have no other option to build a quantum character, because until I think for quite some time we won't get a DPS quantum character now. She is the only available DPS quantum character. Even Fushuan is not a DPS quantum character. She will be a preservation character, so she will be a very defensive character. But now this character is the only offensive character, and without having Silverwolf, you won't have a chance to have an offensive quantum character, and you do need this for the Memory of Chaos, which is the reason why I did build her. That's her stats. I think from offensive characters, she's the only one with at least, I say, decent stats. She's not good by any means from her build right now, but she has at least the most decent stats. I gave her this weapon, which increases her damage by 12%, and every time if she defeats an enemy, she stacks attack percentage. I think this second effect is not that relevant, because 4% of attack does make a huge difference, but 12% damage increasement is very, very good for a 4-star weapon. Traces, as I said, she gets the normal treatment like every other character. I'm thinking of giving her one of the key skills here, but yeah, I don't know. It's like very expensive. I kind of want to avoid using these if it's not a 5-star character, or if it's not a character where I'm really sure that I want to use it. Qingque could be the case where I do need to use this, because as I said, she's the only available quantum DPS character for quite a while now. So it might be worth to use this on Qingque, but I think it is not worth to use it on any other 4-star character, because I think for any other 4-star character there is a 5-star replacement currently, even though for Qingque, which is Sealy, that everyone has. But yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I think she has, for now, the best, literally the best relic set, which is also not good by any means, as I said, but this one has some crit rate. It also rolled a little bit into crit rate, which is decent. This is like basically very, very good. It rolled just a little bit into defense. I think it's still 2 times though, but not too bad. This one is very good. It has crit rate, it has speed, it could have crit damage, but it also has attack percentage. So okay, it's not like very good, it's decent. I'd say it's decent. We have an attack percentage shoe. I only leveled it up to level 6 because I don't think that is that good. I want to have speed shoes on this slot with crit stats. And yeah, we have a quantum damage boost for the Sasata Moving City set. I think this one will be one of the most optimal ones. Maybe we could use the new one from Simulated Universe, because Qingque works a lot with her basic attack. And then we have this one, which rolled a lot into crit damage, which I'm very thankful for. So I think it only rolled once into effect resistance. I don't know if it rolled into HP. I think that only rolled once into effect resistance, and the rest got into crit damage. So this is like nearly perfect though. Yeah. She's on idle on free. I would kind of want to have her on E6, because as I said, she is my quantum. So I don't have to think about quantum for quite some time now. I think for at least, I would say for at least 2 months now, I need to use this character because it's the only quantum character that I have. So it would be nice to have some Eidolons, but I don't want to go further into Luocha's banner because I want to save for Kafka. Yeah, This is the Trailblazer. Just real quick overview. I would stack a little bit effect resistance and defense on this dude. He already has nearly 2,400 defense. I use this one. It's still only on level 70. I don't really want to invest much more into the Trailblazer at the moment, because I kind of feel like he gets power creep by now. So also I'm very, very close in the standard banner pity. So if I could pull Gepard, I think I would rather put all my resources into Gepard as my defensive character. Maybe I'm still debating on summoning for Sushang, so I can put on all my resources into her. He's obviously now Eidolon 5. I do not think if we get the last Eidolon in the new patch, but yeah, we will see. Then my baby, guys, my favorite character, Bronya. She got the special treatment, of course. At least for character, at least for traces, relics, and all that stuff, I prioritize her first. This is a Lightcon, which is currently super in position 4. So as soon as I have enough coins from the Memory of Chaos, I will put the last copy into this. But as soon as I have a 5-star weapon, I will give this one to Qingque or another Harmony character in the future. And Bronya will get, of course, her weapon. So I think this is still really good because it increases damage by 28%. So this is still a very, very good 4-star weapon. Traces, of course, maxed everything. No questions here. But in terms of relics, I know she's my favorite character, but I still want to make my account a little bit more valuable to clear things in the story. And I cannot see myself putting all my resources into Bronya with the relics, because it's more important that your DPS characters get those and prioritize them first, which is the reason why Qingque got these relics, these good relics, because I prioritized farming DPS first before I would farm for supporters. Because at the end of the day, DPS characters are the ones that carry you through the story. Sushang. Yeah, these are her stats. Light Cone, her signature one. Not much to talk about here. Traces. She gets the average treatment with only living up until they need the first boss drop. Relics here. I did farm until I got at least one piece for the set. So, but they don't have any good substats though. So yeah, it's like whatever. This one is really good. It has attack percentage and crit stats, and it only failed into a speed set. So basically, this is a perfect piece for any future DPS character. Yeah. Oh, Eidolons, I have her Eidolon 2. And I also think that her Eidolon 2 is very valuable though. Serval. So I still use Serval, but I don't want to put any more resources into her because she will be replaced by Kafka. Kafka, of course, is not an erudition character. She is an nihility character, but Kafka will have elements of a DPS character because she's more focused on doing damage rather than providing anything for the team. So yeah, I really like Serval. I think she was basically my replacement for not pulling for Qingque, and she did her job. I use her. I still use her sometimes, but I don't think that it's worth to put more resources into her when I'm actually waiting for a character that is replacing her. So yeah, Super Imposition 2, her signature weapon, the average treatment. These relics are not that insane, but if I'm not getting better relics until Kafka releases, basically these relics will move to Kafka first before they got back into Serval. Because I don't think that I will use Serval anytime soon as Kafka releases. Next is Dan Heng. So I think these are like my main characters, these 6. Like since Trailblazer level 60, I started to use these 6 much more. Now the next 2, Hook and Dan Heng, I started to use a little less starting from Trailblazer level 60, and after Hook, these characters I do not use at all at the moment. So maybe we just want to do a quick overview into this. He currently uses the Herta weapon, which is still on level 70. Traces average treatment. He only uses 4-star ones, so we only can take a look at the 5 stars, I think. Yeah, Eidolon 0 for Hook, also level 70. These are her stats. Traces. She got the Wolf Walk Time, which I do think is also a pretty good 4-star weapon. Average tracement. Average trace treatment, sorry. Relics, basically also only 4-star ones. Eidolon 1. And then, yeah, I do not use Marge at all, even though she's level 60. I used her a little bit prior Trailblazer level 60. Same as for Tingyan. I think Tingyan is still a very good character. She can be replaced in some situations for Bronya, but for me it was not the case. In most cases, I could use Bronya only in Memory of Chaos when I do need a second Harmony character. I still use Tingyan even though he's level 60. But as I said, I want to save some resources for the upcoming characters, especially for Kafka, and I want to be ready to upgrade those characters right away as soon as they release. So that's why I don't want to put any more resources into Tingyan. Then, yeah, like now these are just the characters that I have. They're all still level 1. I could level them up to level 20 so I get one single summon because I'm very close in the pity. But yeah, it's whatever. This is my item box. As I said, I'm doing the farming route every day. That's why I have a lot of these items here, as you can see. So yeah, definitely make sure to check out my farming route video if you want to be stacked on those materials as I am. I don't have a lot of these books because I used quite a lot of these during the last days for Luocha and for Qingque, because I started to level up 2 characters at the same time. I also started to use all of the freestyle books as materials to upgrade these weapons to level 80. So as we can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 levels, 5 light cones to level 80. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 light cones to level 70, which is only 1 away from level 80. Then I have this 5-star light cone, which I currently have not any use for, but probably this will be the light cone that I give Kafka. Relics. I have a lot of relics. I also started to salvage the 5-star ones to do the reroll thingy. Then about here, this one, and this one. I think now I can also start to use my fulls more recklessly, because I always try to save them at least for a little bit. I also think that you could start using these because every patch we do get at least one of these self-modeling resins. So basically you can choose your own piece. I think the problem in this game is you don't have any off piece, so every piece has to be in the right set bonus piece. So I think this will be a very helpful item for this. Yeah. Currently the limited banner is off because in a couple of hours there will be the release of patch 1.2. But I think you will see this video when patch 1.2 is already out. Yeah, I'm currently at 16,000 Stellar Jades, and I have 5 of these, right? Can we see this? Yeah, I currently have 5 of these special passes. Yeah, I think we're also in the right menu here. I'm free to, I want to show the proof, of course, that I'm free to play. Currently we cannot show the battle pass, but I didn't bought any battle pass so far. Then I want to save up the Undying Starlight still for the weapon of Bronya. Overall, I think it is more worth to save them up for one of these weapons. Basically, this is the only real worth weapon. I think all the other weapons are not that insane. Maybe Welt's weapon is still decent. The weapon of Japoret is, yeah, kind of decent, I'd say. But all the other weapons are like, I don't know. If you do really need them. If you have the signature character, maybe we can talk about it. But besides that, the alternative is, of course, you put them all into summons. But now, as you can see, it's like 300. Okay, 300 of these is 15. 15 summons. And basically 600 is this. So it's 30 summons. So 600 points are equal to 30 summons in the banner. Or you can get a guaranteed 5-star weapon, which you only can get through the standard banner if you lose a 50-50 on character or weapon or on light cone. You cannot pull these from event banners. You only can pull these on light cone banners, which the chance is only 25%, and then you have to hit one of those. What is this? 1, 2, 3. One of those 7. So you have to hit a 75 to 25 chance. If you lose, you have the 25 chance, and in those 25 chance, you have a 1 in 7 chance to hit one of these weapons. Same goes for character banner. If you summon it in the standard banner, you have a 50-50 on a standard banner character or on a standard weapon. And if you lose the 50-50 on, of course, the light cones, you have again a 1 in 7 chance to hit one of these. So if you really want to have one of these, I'd recommend to save for those. This is also obvious now. Every month buy these. I think there's not much to talk about. Don't buy these. Even if you're cashing into the game, if you're a low spender, I would never recommend to go for these. I don't think that they're worth. Okay, this is, I think, your own decision if you want to use top-ups, but this is again the proof. I don't bought any top-ups, so the proof that I'm free to play. And yeah. So I think I did show everything here. Yeah, basically that's it. I did show my character box, I did show my inventory. I pretty much cleared everything that is possible, so I don't have any quests open. The video is already 26 minutes long, so this is the longest showcase again. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and yeah, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.